Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. San Francisco 49ers going on to win another football game, 5 in a row. I honestly believed this from the beginning. I understand that not everybody was on board for San Francisco to beat Jacksonville last week to win that big one. But the 49ers will win this game. What are we looking at here? We're looking at less than a minute left in this game. 49ers up 34-13. We're beating the Los Angeles Rams team. I know that the second I get done making this video, I'm not going to be on the phone making plans to go to Atlanta for next year's Super Bowl. I know that. And I know that there's going to be people out there that saying that the 49ers won 5 pointless football games, that now the 49ers are probably going to end up in the draft anywhere from about 7 to 11. Matters how a few football games turn out today. And we had the second pick in the draft pretty much wrapped up a few weeks ago. Now here we are picking 7 to 11. I'm honestly going to tell you that, for a 49ers football fan, Jimmy Garoppolo coming in and winning these 5 games, we're not in the playoffs, but I can tell you that, I see people breaking out the Niners jerseys. I see people breaking out the Niners scarves, the Niners hats. I love it. I don't even work anywhere close to San Francisco now. I work in Placerville. It's probably adding another, 30 minutes onto the drive that we already had, So the people out here to be 49ers crazy right now, I'm really excited for next year. 6-10. Is a great way to win this to end this season, because there was just a few weeks ago we were wondering if we were even going to be able to win a game. We lost a lot of close games and we took a lot of moral victories, but for us to walk away with 6 wins is one hell of a way to end this season. Everybody played well this day. I know that I honestly was knocking Carlos Hyde the last few weeks, saying that I honestly wasn't even sold on us signing him to bring him in next year. He's going to finish up this game with about 90 yards rushing. He didn't break 100. I can honestly tell you that I don't even know if he did it all season long, but he finished up, this season with 2 touchdowns in this final game. And that's one hell of a way to go out. We'll see what goes on in the future. Matt Breida, he was running in the backfield. He had 72 yards rushing himself. He didn't find the end zone, but it looks like he might be the heir apparent to Carlos Hyde unless they want to spend that money to bring him back. We know that we got $100 million in cap room. A good bulk of that is going to go to Jimmy Garoppolo. You're going to want to spread this around on free agency. I would love to spend some money on the defense. Maybe see what we can do on drafting a running back. But if Carlos Hyde isn't back next year, I understand. There's things in business that make sense in football, and we don't really know. Carlos Hyde's been banged up the last couple of years. It sucks to say that he had a few of his years here in San Francisco when we were in the rebuilding process, and he said it himself a few weeks ago that he didn't even want to talk about a contract until the 49ers won a game. Now the 49ers are winning, and I wonder if he's going to be on the phone trying to call us, and that's a good place to be. George Kittle's had a really awesome day, 4 receptions, over 100 yards. The one thing that you can look at is that he had 100 yards at halftime. So, he didn't see much in the second half. A lot of people are going to be talking about Marquise Goodwin. He had those 2 receptions for 28 yards, but one of those was a touchdown, and the other one, he got knocked the fuck out. And we'll have to see, what goes on with that. I don't know how to say it. If he got a concussion, he got a concussion. He's got a long way, to sort of sleep that off, and it's going to be one hell of an off season. He was a guy that was on the roster, and when Pierce Garçon went down, he went to the coach and he said, hey, I want his reps. I want to show that I deserve to be the #1 receiver on this team. That deserves a lot of respect from the coaching staff, from the quarterbacks, from the other guys on the team. Somebody to be able to step up and say that I want to be that #1 guy. I love to see something go on with this defense. There's going to be guys like Eric Reed, where we're going to have to see if he's even back next year in a 49ers jersey. I've always loved him. I didn't really understand the shift to linebacker. People said this was going to be great for him. I'm not 100% sure, where this fits in with our team in the future. But he's always was a great guy. I'm pretty sure he came from LSU. I'd love to see him back. I'm not sure if I want to see him back as a linebacker, but we'll see what happens. Football is a game that's always evolving, and if they want to put him in there to cover guys out of the backfield, or just to have a faster guy to sort of rush into the quarterback, maybe I just don't understand that. But I want to see results from that. I want to see us spend a lot of time rebuilding the defense. I'm sure that, once all the dust settles and people sort of start saying that they want to leave or if they want to be here, we'll make some more 49er videos, and we'll have to see if we're able to make another really big move like we did last year. I mean, we, turned the Mitch Trubisky pick from number 2 into a few other picks and had one hell of a draft. Mitch Trubisky isn't really blowing it up in Chicago. That was where we got our second win of the season. That's when we started the Jimmy Garoppolo, sort of winning streak. So we were able to sort of show that, we won that one. And the one person that I know that talks about the Bears more than anybody else, because I can't get my buddy Team Rai to make a freaking video on the Bears, is Wilbon from PTI. And he isn't really on the Trubisky bandwagon. And I really wasn't either, but I didn't know anything about UNC football. North Carolina, basketball, not a football place. But all of a sudden he became one of the hottest things in the world. And I'll tell you this, the one thing that I know is we got a quarterback for the future in the 49ers, and we got a defensive line. And, grabbing Solomon Torres, did I call his name right? From Stanford to fill that lineup with a few of the guys we've picked from Oregon the past few years. That's what I know we're straight on. I know that the 49ers have always been able to draft linebackers well. That's going to come in time. I'm worried about cornerbacks. I'm worried about safeties. They're building that up to we're not getting beat deep anymore, and we're not, behind in football games. We're playing these really good quarterbacks out there. So, the ending up this season, I want to send one hell of a shout out to CJ Beathard for playing a bulk of these games out there. I know that honestly, when it comes down to it, hopefully he'll be a backup here for the Niners behind Garoppolo. If he wants to go out and see what he can do, I completely understand that. When it comes down to it, I think that he's not going to be remembered well, but he's going to be one of those quarterbacks that got us through a time. He's not going to be Montana. He's not going to be Young. He's not going to be Jeff Garcia. I understand that. He's probably not even going to be Alex Smith or Colin Kaepernick, that when time comes down, they might be the forgotten guys of the team because they didn't win Super Bowls. Jeff Garcia didn't either, but he's still a good guy. I really want to see what goes down in the future with this team, and give a thumbs up to the Niners. I had their back throughout the whole year. Anybody who's watched these videos has known that I've been cheering this team on, and I've been watching every game, and I'm proud of them. So I'll see you guys next year. Hopefully be wearing that Jimmy Garoppolo jersey next year. Peace out, everybody.